Symbotic, ticker symbol SYM. We just reviewed this stock a few days ago, did some news on it, and now we've had a big drop today. If someone would remind me in the chat, was I bullish on this? I can't remember, or bearish, because if I was bullish on my review, I'm super bullish now. Because if I say I'm bullish, it's on the fundamentals, not the noise and the nonsense around. And we've got some noise today. Not saying it's nonsense, however, but if I like the stock, I like it more when it's cheap. Simple as that, when it goes down in price. What's caused it? Well, I'll tell you now if you want to know. You can either be a pro plan customer on Seeking Alpha and Alpha Spread. There are the links in the chat. Or you can watch my shows live every day and get the news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the Extra channel and 12 hours a day on this channel. Pretty good, right? Yeah, indeed. So this is the information just out. Symbotic. Symbotic stock plunges 40% on an accounting error. Here we go again. This is SMCI. What is all this about? Is it a new business way of doing things? Let's report the accounts correct, incorrect, drive the price down, buy it back. Hey, you never know. It could be a new way to do things. It wouldn't surprise me. I know crazier things have happened. Anyway, let's look at Symbotic. Symbotic shares on Wednesday fell as much as 40% after the robotics company lowered its quarterly guidance and said it needed more time to file its annual report after finding an error in revenue recognition. The company is evaluating the financial effects of correcting the error and on internal controls over financial reporting. While preparing its full year financial results, management found instances during the fiscal years ended September 28th when goods and services tied to specific milestones achievements were expensed before those milestones were achieved. Symbotic says as a result, the recognition of both revenue and cost of revenue were accelerated. The company also discovered errors in its revenue recognition related to cost overruns that aren't billable or certain deployments, affecting the fiscal second, third, and fourth quarters. Now, I have to say, having run my own business, I've had a limited company as well when I had my staff of one night in Vegas. This sort of thing is completely unacceptable. Unacceptable. If I do my own accounts for my business. I do it for this business, and I did it for a much bigger business one night in Vegas. And you don't make mistakes like this. You have an accountants team. I mean, I did it myself. But you have an accountants team, CPAs, whatever you want to call them. CFOs, whatever. Their job is to just do nothing but accounts. How can you make a mistake like this? You run software, you run systems. It's not rocket science, really. You have a two-sided ledger, what comes in, what goes out, dates, entries. And there's no reason to make mistakes. A company should be able to be organising their expenses, payroll, debt positions. It shouldn't be rocket science. If it's a challenge for you, I would suggest why are you a publicly traded company anyway? I find this stuff unforgivable. As an investor, I expect excellence from my companies. It's simple as that. We own the businesses, and if something is less than excellent, throw it out of the bath and flush it down the toilet. Not interested. So this isn't good enough. This is not good enough. Anyway. Symbotic said fixing the mistakes may cut systems revenue, system gross profit, and adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization for the year by 30 million to 40 million. Okay, so obviously we don't know at the moment. This is just out what the outcome will be. This could be a very similar story to SMCI. Who knows? It all works out that everything was fine, and actually it was just a good old way to drive the stock down to buy it back. The way we can discover this, and I will look into this, I doubt if it will show on here, because Robin is not going to be, they're not going to be on this at all. I'm going to be trying to communicate with people through my X and my Instagram. I have friends in all these businesses that I cover, and see if I can find out, have insiders been selling the stock on this news? If they sold it before, I would suggest they knew about it. They drove it down to buy it back. then it's a buy, right? So anyway, would be interesting to look at that. Symbotic, click above my head for all the links down below in the description. I'll also post our 24-hour today extra channel, which now runs as a radio show, live information all day long. It's your show. You can have whatever you want on it. Members can do super chats for features they want to see, and all the money goes into that. Symbotic, I shall put the extra channel here now. We're running 24 hours a day. It could be bigger than the main channel the way it's going at the moment. That'll be here, and Symbotic playlist will be down there. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.